House Rules Committee tonight is holding an emergency meeting on a new resolution from none other than the Speaker of the House, John Boehner. That resolution calling for the withdrawal of American forces from Libya and rebuking President Obama for his handling of the mission. The House is expected to vote on that resolution and another from Congressman Dennis Kucinich. A vote on the Kucinich measure was delayed earlier this week, some say because the leadership feared it might actually pass. The so-called time-limited, scope-limited military action in Libya has now reached its 75th day. Speaker Boehner's quick move to introduce his own resolution comes after Congressman Mike Turner introduced a measure condemning the U.S. mission in Libya. Congressman Turner, great to have you with us here on Lou Dobbs tonight.
Thank you, Lou.
Congressman, what we're watching in the way of maneuvers here, Speaker Boehner appears to have been motivated in large measure by your legislation. Is that the way you see it?
Well, Lou, I think that certainly the American people are also meeting the House and Congress. We know who the administration says we're against, but we don't know who we're for. We don't know who the opposition is, the rebels are, and we certainly don't know what a post-Gaddafi Libya would look like.
You introduced your resolution, which is non-binding, of course, after Dennis Kucinich introduced his measure, because you felt what?
Well, the President asked Congress on May 20th to pass a resolution in support of the military action. And I think Congress needs to make a statement that they do not support this action. We don't know the geopolitical view of the rebels toward us, toward their neighbors, their domestic commitment to diversity. Will we have atrocities? We certainly don't know their ideological bent or their post-government view. But even more importantly is this administration has expanded its concept of civil protection from the UN to actually full-out war with the Gaddafi regime. We're going to have a post-Gaddafi Libya that we're going to have to step in. And we have Admiral Locklear already stating from NATO that he believes ground troops would be necessary.
Ground troops will be necessary. The President assuring everyone that it wouldn't be. Is in fact the United States surrendering its sovereignty when NATO is dictating whether or not our troops will be on the ground rather than the commander-in-chief?
Well, this president went to the United Nations, not to Congress, to authorize this action in Libya, and I think it's wrong. I think Congress needs to assert itself. We need to state we do not approve of this action. I think people are very concerned of the risk, the cost, and really what's going to happen upon the removal of Gaddafi.
The Speaker is talking very tough here. Which measure do you think will prevail in the Republican-controlled House? Will it be the Kucinich measure, or will it be the Speaker's?
Well, Kucinich actually pulls the rug out from under the operation and says in 15 days all troop activities to stop. The Speaker gives the President a 14-day period to respond to Congress. Certainly the Speaker's resolution is going to prevail, with the President having the ball in his court to answer Congress on all these issues that he's had no answers to. Who are we supporting? What's going to happen upon the removal of Gaddafi? And how is this operation going to be conducted?
Isn't it a little pitiful that those would be open questions 75 days into hostilities?
You know, when Secretary Gates came before Congress, he couldn't answer any of those questions then when this operation commenced. This really has been a failure of this administration to make the case to Congress, the American people, and I think it really has put us at risk. We're going to have a vacuum in Libya that no one knows how it's going to be filled. We don't know who the opposition or these rebels are. And so the calls that we're supporting democracy may be incredibly premature as we see then what's going to happen in the direction of Libya.
Congressman Mike Turner, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.